Hey y'all, that's me. That's my partner in crime, and this is our trip to Italy. Here I am, sitting on a swing set, facing the Tyrrhenian Sea on the Italian seashore, wondering why I didn't get more footage. Because of that, this will be a short compilation of video footage and photos. If you want to see a more in-depth video of our adventures in Italy, check out my other Italy video. The train was our primary means of transportation, and honestly, it's the best means of transportation because we got to see different parts of the Italian countryside and the seaside. Our first stop was Verona. I'm going to admit that the reason why I wanted to come to Verona was because of Romeo, Juliet, and Shakespeare, but Verona had so much more to offer. We were lucky in that we arrived to Italy during its most beautiful time of the year, the holiday season. There were Christmas trees, decorations, and holiday twinkle lights in every alleyway and throughout the entire city. Our first night in Verona was the first weekend of December and the start of the holiday season. We found ourselves in several of the city's night markets, and there was no shortage of hot chocolate and festive treats. One of Verona's most beautiful sights is the well-preserved elliptical amphitheater, which stands just outside of Verona's main square, the Piazza Brau. Built around 30 AD, this magnificent structure was adorned by a 78-ton comet star with a tail that stretched over the arena. From what the locals were saying, this comet was a temporary installation to celebrate Christmas. We spent 2 days and 1 night in Verona and did eventually go see Juliet, but first, sandwiches.
Got an eggplant, mozzarella, pesto, tomato, lettuce, Nocturne.
We eventually made our way to Juliet's house and was greeted by multiple walls full of love locks and love letters to Juliet. Tradition has it that if you touch Juliet's right breast, it'll bring you good luck, though I don't know if that's true or not, I did it anyways.
We are currently in Juliet's house. Juliet was not real, so this is just a tourist attraction, but it's still pretty cool.
I also got to step out on Juliet's famous balcony where she called for Romeo, but I didn't have to do that because mine was standing right with me. Even though the walls in the courtyard had love letters, now putting a letter on the wall would be defacing the wall and merit a fine. So instead, they had a red mailbox inside where you can send a letter to the secretaries of Juliet. After a day of exploring the city, we headed to get pizza, and this was by far the most delicious pizza I've ever had on focaccia. I got sun-dried tomato, mozzarella, and basil focaccia, and David got herbed prosciutto focaccia. By the time we got to our next destination, it was dark and raining. But like Verona, Venice did not disappoint. I honestly wish I would have budgeted more time in Venice because there was so much to see. The food, the culture, labyrinth of alleyways and canals were only a few of the many things I loved about the city.
Yeah, 4 cannolis and nobody want to eat it. And I got a pistachio, I got chocolate, but I've always wanted to try it. Cannolis made in Italy. They make them look so good on TV, but they're kind of stale. The cream is good though.
It wouldn't be considered the full Venetian experience without trying the local pizza and pasta.
What are you eating?
Pizza, Venezia.
Eating some type of local pizza.
Not really local.
Well, it's a local combination.
It's like ham, pepperoni, and
Prosciutto, pepperoni, and mushroom. And there's sausage on it too. You can eat the whole pizza by himself because that's all meat.
There was no way I was gonna leave Italy without trying some authentic gelato. We also witnessed the magnificence of St. Mark's Square. This included the Basilica di San Marco, brought to Venice in 829, and the Campanile, the tall brick bell tower for the basilica. To round off the trinity of magnificence is the Doge's Palace, which was the economic powerhouse of its time. I couldn't imagine a better way to end our stay in Venice than a ride on the Vaporetto, the local water bus.
We're in Venice. We're riding on the Vapor, right? Vaporetti, which is basically a water bus taxi, and we're taxiing back to the train station right now, making all these stops. And we're on the Grand Canal. That's it. Good job.
The last and final destination of our Italian adventure was Rome. Our goal while in Rome was to see as many places as possible, which led us to the Spanish Steps, the Trevi Fountain, the Roman Forum, and the Colosseum. To end the trip off on a high note, we ended it the only way we knew how, and that was with a big bowl of pho. If you want to know how that tasted like, check out the Pho Files.